how does the idea of leaving even come to you? And when it does come to you, how does that take root in you, and how does that develop? Because I would imagine for a very, 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 very long time, for at least the first 15 years of your life, it doesn't even enter your mind because it's not an option, because your mind is too young to even conceive of it, right? So, but then at some point, the seed enters your headspace. And how does that seed bloom and to the point that you actually do leave? Like, how does that initial thing take hold for you?
A lot of it has to do with, well, there's usually three things. So for me, it was all three things. One of them is if somebody actually harmed you physically and you were to report it. Like, for instance, I was sexually assaulted when I was in there by a boy that was about 6 years older than me.
Got it.
I tried telling people, they didn't believe it because that's impossible. There's no way that could ever happen. I got spanked for it very violently for being, and I was pegged a liar. Right. So about 16 years old, I was like, I don't want to be pegged a liar anymore. This is ridiculous. That's when I started thinking about it. And then the other thing, the main thing is obviously sex, girls. It's you've been so repressed and told to believe that this is so wrong. It's so wrong. And there's no way possibly that it could be right unless it's done their way.
Right.
Then you go to any mall and you see that there's boyfriends and girlfriends, you see people holding hands, you see all this stuff, and you start thinking like, okay, I want that. I can't get that. So for me, I started, I got a iPod and I started getting on Omegle or like different, chat sites and stuff and talking to people outside of the church. And I got found out. And that was rough. So again, first one is physical. Next one is usually sex. That's the main one. And then the last one is a little different. That is usually you're just so done with hearing people yell at you and being rebuked. You're also so done with waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning just so that you can go to this meeting and be yelled at for 2 hours and then practice, go to work all day and then come home and have music practices till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
There's so many humans that can keep that up. Yeah. But we did for years. So you just get burnt out basically. And you're making money. You're making a lot of money. The more secretive you are about your plan, the more money you're making because you're able to keep that bonus in check. Right. So for me, my plan was about 2 years in the making. No one just leaves.
Whoa.
Nobody just leaves. It takes years of planning, secret planning, and stacking money and figuring it out.
Whoa.